Demetrius Nolan has been boxing for 8 years, but he'll tell you it really only began 8 months ago. That's when he teamed up with Dennis Page at Top Dog Boxing Club in Louisville, Kentucky. At the time, Demetrius was merely looking to stay in the sport. Now 40 pounds lighter, with a handful of amateur bouts on his record, he finds himself training at Top Dog's other gym in, of all places, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
You know, I have I'm not here from Canada. I'm from, like I said, I'm from Washington, D.C., but my home right now was in Kentucky. And I left everything because he believed so much into me that he believed that I can be somewhere in this sport sometime soon. And knowing that, I'm willing to put everything to the side and to make that happen. So, yes, it is a far away, far away, far away. It gets hard sometimes. I get lonely, but you know, it's a bigger goal.
And Dennis is staking more than belief in his pugilist pupil, funding a loaded travel schedule that includes a couple of fights here in the province, the Ohio State Fair, a ringside event in Missouri, and then back to Kentucky for their Roots and Heritage Festival. Demetrius hopes to turn professional by next summer and maximize his earning potential.
Like I said, I always wanted to be somewhere in this sport, and just sitting down thinking one day, knowing that I really wasn't heading in that direction and it was time to make a move, and I did have a gateway to that. Decided to give him a call. He made everything happen. Everything happened. I mean, this man has given me his time, his knowledge, his home. I'm a grown man living in another grown man home, man. That's great. That shows just how much, you know, someone believes in you, and I don't plan on disappointing them about that.
I think that the boxing world is looking for someone that has charisma. You know, someone that's not belittling people, and that's not trying to be larger than life, but is larger than life. Some guys at 17 have had 30, 40 fights. Right? At 30, he's had a few fights. So his dedication, he's very dedicated, and he's very motivated, and he's very spiritual. And that makes for a round picture.
The Page family tree is deeply rooted in the sweet science. From Golden Glove uncles to his WBA heavyweight champion brother, boxing is in Dennis's DNA. Although he says there were those outside the family who helped shape Top Dog's coaching philosophies. Heading that list is Leroy Emerson.
He would pay for the lunches, he would pay for the dinners, he would pay for the hotel rooms, he would do all of those things. And we never even thought about it. We didn't realize he was footing the bill. You know, he would set us down and he would talk boxing and life, philosophy and boxing. And he would go through all of these things. And I believe that we became better people out of that. You know, and I think that I would like to pass some of those same things on. You know, I get upset, I get angry, but it's all about accomplishing the goal. Right? I did nothing except learn how to box all over again for a whole year. Right? I didn't put on gloves. I didn't spar with anyone other than that little old man. Right? And that's why this basement is like coming home. You know, it's like that. That little old man sat in a chair with a pitcher of water and 2 glasses. If you did the things that you were supposed to do, you got water. If you didn't, that's too bad. And in Kentucky, in an attic, in the summer, it gets quite hot.
There's a sense of humbleness that you get while you work. I mean, look where we're at. We're not in a big facility, man. We nicknamed this right here the dungeon, man. Punishment when we come down here, cracking the whip, you know, all that type of stuff, man. This is hard work right here to be able to, control and to control yourself, to think. You have no other choice but to think about the things that you're doing. There's no mirrors around here. You know, it's no showing off type thing, man. You have to believe in what you're doing. You have to believe in what you're doing, because what you do down here carries on into that ring. You know, it's not about, you know, who sees you right here. It's about who sees you out there. You know, and that humbleness that I'm receiving right here is the humbleness that I plan on taking with me, Lord willing, to make me a champ one day.
As a kid growing up in Louisville's rough Beecher Terrace district, boxing was more of a necessity to Dennis than anything else. Only after it brought him out of the projects did it truly become a sport.
That prepared me for the military. The military was a piece of cake compared to growing up there. You know, it's one of the things I like about Saskatoon. You know, I took my kids there for Christmases, a few Christmases, and for a few summers, and it took them about a week before they were able to sleep. You know, not used to sirens going all the time. You know, they weren't used to that.
We can't replace Kentucky's bluegrass, but our golden prairies have an allure of their own.
I think that I consider Saskatoon to be my home now. You know, when I go to Louisville, Louisville is a place that I visit.
For Shaw Sports, I'm Matthew Prefontaine.